time. When I presented at schools, kids asked me this question, that you say that you start everything with Bismillah. Even starting your car, you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. What is that? So that is why I made the slide of this, so you know what does it mean. It just means that in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. So I don't know what is going to happen when I start my car. I always hope that it starts, but when I involve God in that process, I have a firmer belief that it will start no matter how much snow or how cold it is, or that I might not die today if I am involving God and everything goes well. So that is why I say Bismillah. I just involve God in my act, whatever I'm doing.
Will you say that phrase again? What do you say before?
Bismillah.
Bismillah.
Bismillah. Bismillah. Bism means begin. I start. Allah. I start in the name of Allah, who is the most kind and merciful. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, kind and merciful. So I'm just saying, I start this with the name of Allah, who is the most kind and most merciful.
Is that sort of like saying Inshallah?
Exactly. No, but Inshallah means by the will of God. So yes, so exactly yes, but kind of no also. Inshallah means by the will of God. So when we are saying, you say that, Ambrin, will you come to my house for coffee tomorrow? I will say, Inshallah. Yes, I fully plan on, but it's up to God. By the will of God, I will. Anything can happen. I could die, or I could something, but if God wills, I will be there. So I have my full intention, but then involve God also. Yes, and then also you would hear a lot of Muslims say, mashallah, when I like your earrings. So I will say, Samantha, you mashallah look beautiful today. I love your earrings. So that mashallah, what does that mean? Mashallah just means by the grace of God. Again, God made you and you look beautiful. So I will not just say, hey, you look beautiful, because then there's a chance of a risk of jinxing you. Here it says, people ask me again, do you believe your religion is the religion of peace? Of course, terrorists, just all those acts of terrorism had just messed up Islam and reputation for all of us. And people ask us that, your religion is not peaceful at all. And then internet is full of those verses from out of Quran where it says that kill people. Well, that is false actually. And then holy war and all that stuff. Quran does not talk about holy war. The two words holy and war are never anywhere in Quran. In Islam, the word Islam means two things. There are two meanings to it. One is al-silm. It's the root word Islam is al-silm, which means complete submission. So just involving God in everything. Again, people say that, okay, what is Islam? When do you follow it? How do you practice it? There is not one day or one time that I practice Islam. It's a way of life. It's not religion only, it's a way of life. So whenever I'm talking or whenever I'm thinking or whatever I'm doing, I'm living it. There are not certain times. And then Islam also means peace. A Muslim would say assalamu alaikum. Like if I tell you assalamu alaikum Samantha, you would say wa alaikum assalam. Wa means and you alaikum, you too. So assalamu alaikum means peace be upon you Samantha, and you would say wa alaikum assalam Ambrin, so peace be upon you too Ambrin. Okay, so peace is that. And then just imagine if a religion, if the greeting instead of hello and good morning is assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, why would it be a violent religion? So kind of like that. And then it's total submission to God. And our holy book is a Quran, and in there Quran is not orders or anything like verses just in space. Those are dialogues or a conversation or answers to problems in that particular time period. So whenever war or fight is mentioned in Quran, these are the words of God and have not yet been changed by any human. They are still from the past when they were revealed on our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, just like Bible's words were revealed on Jesus Christ. But Bible has been amended, changed, other books have been changed, Quran has not been changed, it's still the same. How do we know? Because there are so many Muslims who have memorized Quran, and they are all the same. No matter which area of the world you go, they will recite exactly in the same manner. Plus, the first copy ever written of Quran is still in Turkish, at a Turkish museum. Another false myth or idea that people have is that all Muslims are Arabs. Well, no. And neither is this true that all Arabs are Muslims. Actually, if you look at this pie, only 19% of Muslims are in the Arab world. Majority Muslims are in Asia. Indonesia is the largest Muslim country in the world. It has 97% Muslims in there. And then where are the Muslim majority countries? Over here. So yeah, Africa, Middle East, and then a little bit of Asia, and then Indonesia over here is majority Muslim. Quran is the holy book for Muslims, and it has 114 chapters, and the surahs or the verses that are in Quran that was revealed in 14th centuries ago. And those are the messages or the kind of like dialogues or advice or stories of past that God told Muhammad, peace be upon him, at that time. These days you might on TV and CNN, well, there is no Hajj because of COVID, but you might have already seen this view before. These days, these are the 10 days right now. It started 5 days ago. Today is the 5th day of Hajj, H-A-J-J. And this is called, Muslims call this Kaaba or House of God. Again, we do not believe that God lives in this house. The main purpose of this house is, it's in Mecca, a city in Saudi Arabia, and it's a holy house. The main purpose is that all Muslims all over the world are pointing in the same direction. From Montana, it is in northeast. Pilgrimage is offered once a year. And then again, Muslims go by lunar calendar, shape of the moon. So it keeps on changing.
Have you made that pilgrimage? Have you been there?
I have. My father was an air attaché, and he was in the Air Force. He was an air attaché in Saudi Arabia. So fortunately, we were, and I was 60 at the age of 16, 17, and 18. I was able to go there, and it's an amazing experience. We were told that when you see, our parents told us that as soon as you see Kaaba, whatever prayer you will ask for, whatever you will ask for will come true. So we had a list of prayers, and we were going through these verandas and pillars, and suddenly there was Kaaba. And oh, I just forgot all my prayers. I didn't even remember, oh wow, Kaaba was I was standing. But my brother, who was 8 then, and we had just moved to Saudi Arabia. My dad, being in the Air Force, was stationed there for 3 years. So from Pakistan, in Pakistan, we had math in English, and there they had changed math in Urdu and Arabic. And my brother, 8 years of age, a second grader, his prayer was, oh God, please can change math back to English. And by the time the schools opened, it was changed back to English. So yeah, so that was the proof. It did come true. But it's an amazing sight. And there are so many people. It's just, wow. And everyone is the same. They're all wearing white, and you can't tell who's rich, who's poor. everyone is the same. So that is the beautiful thing. These are the 12 months of Islam. And I don't remember these 12 months. There used to be a song that we, like the ABC song, there's a song, How I Remember. So if someone asks me how many months or when is Shaban, so I have to sing that song, and that reminds me, oh, that is, but there are 12 months, and again, they rotate according to the lunar calendar.
That was really cool. It was so fun to see. And now I want to hear the song for the months.
My son did that once to me. We were in Miles City, and he made me sing that, and then online, okay. I don't have a beautiful voice, but this was a song that we were taught when we were in kindergarten. So, but okay. 12 महीने इस्लामी हिजरी के याद रखें, 12 महीने इस्लामी हिजरी के याद रखें, सीधे साधे देखे भाले उनको याद रखें, सीधे साधे देखे भाले उनको याद रखें, पहला मुहर्रम दूसरा सफर इन दोनों के पीछे पीछे रबिउल अव्वल रबिउल सानी जमादिउल अव्वल जमादिउल सानी, बाकी छे की ये तरतीब रजब शबान रमदान शव्वाल जिलकद जिलहज, रजब शबान रमदान शव्वाल जिलकद जिलहज. That is it. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much.
But well, it's the month of Ramadan. Where is it? 9th month. It's the month of Ramadan that when we fast. And right now it's the last month, Zilhajj. This is the month of Hajj. It is this month. And then our new month will start after this. New moon, Muharram will be our first month. And this is the month where we will be giving zakat or charity and all.
Is there like a New Year's celebration that comes with the first month of the year?
Again, all the Muslims have gotten so used to our main calendar. So we all celebrate, yes, we do celebrate New Year's here also, but not like the Chinese New Year or basic New Year. So we are celebrated on 1st of January. But yeah, we know that first Muharram is the New Year, but we don't celebrate it with fireworks and all that. We do that with the regular calendar. So.
But I just wanted to say, it was so fun to see your slides and to hear you talk about the culture. And I got to spend 2 years in Oman, so across the Arabian Sea.
Yeah.
And it was fun to see the similarities, but also the differences. And the beautiful henna. I noticed that the henna was on the palms, and when I was in Oman, it was
on the back. Yes, it used to be on the palm, and now it is mainly on the back and then on the arms and all that. So it keeps changing. On the brides do the whole arm up to elbow and the palm also and all. And there used to be ritual for the brides. They would do henna on the hand, and then the friend who would be putting henna would do something really hidden about the groom. And then the bride or other friends will find something about it's the groom's initial or name or something related to the groom. So that was kind of like a ritual. And then we had a thing that whichever bride to be has darker henna color on her hand, her mother-in-law will really love her. So, or her husband would really love her. So stuff like that. So that is why the henna on the palm was important in that way. Yeah.
And then a lot of the religious teachings that you talked about, I had heard before, and the similarities. And that's very interesting to me. And one thing when I was in Oman that was surprising to me was just like religion was just open. There wasn't there wasn't persecution, and it wasn't like forced. It was just natural, just like it is here.
Yeah.
And there were Christians and Muslims and a
Yeah.
church across from the school and then the mosque. And I think that's part of that kind of isolated American view that you started with, is that we have these stereotypes and they're not true.
Exactly. They're not. And then terrorists didn't do us or didn't make it that easy for us either, because a lot of things changed, and Islam is not an extremist religion at all. There is no extremism. It actually is. A lot of people during my conversations had asked me that Islam is the religion of sword. Actually, no. People converted to Islam because of the reason that it didn't use sword. It didn't force them to change, convert into Islam or their religion. During wars, when women's husbands or kids, parents would die or father would die or something, Muslim families were taking them in, and Muslim men were. And again, a lot of people ask me, why are there 4 marriages or so many marriages like in Arab culture? So that actually was, it started long before, and it's more in Arab culture because that was where it had started. After the wars, when the men would die, there would be more women and less men. And there used to be a custom before Islam, there used to be a custom that those women were taken in as slaves and taken in as they're made into a property, and would be, they'd be raped or treated badly and all. So Islam gave them that respect and all. And our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he asked men, Muslim men, to marry them, give them the status of their wife, so that other people give them, look at them with respect and treat them with respect. So they would be already married, but they would then take them as, not as their slaves, but as their wives. So, and that ritual still in Saudi Arabia, there are, or in Arab countries, there are more wives because there are more women and less men. So governments had started this, Saudi government had started this, that you have to marry, you can marry more so that people are not going out or something, so that our women are not by themselves.
Yeah.
So it's again related more to culture and that time period. It's a solution. A lot of times it was just a solution to how to resolve some issue.
Yeah. Are you able to talk to your family in Pakistan right now?
Yes, every day. It's a must. Every other day I have to report to my parents that I'm still alive and there's no coughing and there's no corona, and they're checking the statistics. So, and sadly, in Pakistan also the numbers are just, they're up, going up, just like here in Montana now. So we're concerned too. So we Skype. They have to see our faces and we have to see their faces. So, but yeah, otherwise also, and I make it a point to go there. It's expensive. By the time I pay off the ticket on my credit card, it's time to go back again. So this was kind of a good break on the credit card also. It's expensive ticket to go, but, and it's a long journey. It takes 26 hours. But it's good. You've been to Oman, so you know, a jet lag, and it's almost, yeah, we are close to Oman. From Pakistan to Oman, the flight, I think, is 2.5 to 3 hours. It's not that far. So, but
yeah, I think our itineraries were usually about 36 hours with all the layovers.
Yes.
You
Oh,
got to
yeah.
go Seattle and then, yeah.
Exactly. From here we go to Seattle, and well, Denver, and then to Seattle, and then Seattle you wait until night, and then, so yeah. Yeah.
And then it's so funny because it's such an obvious thing, but I hadn't thought about it before I left. But the time difference is almost opposite. So it was like an 10 or 11 hour time difference.
Exactly. Exactly. It is what, 3:48 here. So there, it would be 2:48 in Pakistan of morning. So yeah.
Exactly. I'd be drinking my coffee, calling my mom, and she's getting ready for bed.
Yes, Exactly. That is how it happens. And then when we go to Pakistan, I just stay up at night. Everyone is asleep, and we are, my kids and are up. And then, yeah. So when they're all up, they're asleep. So it takes a good 1.5 weeks to get over jet lag.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I hope that things clear up soon and you can go visit your family and have those delicious mangoes next year at least.
Yes. Thank you so much. I hope the same. Yes. Thank you.